Hello. Well, I've been meaning to put this into some sort of video format for a while. So here it goes. This one's out there. But again, um, this is true as far as I'm concerned. So I was around 3 years old, and mind you, this story does deal a lot with my mom, and a lot of it hinges upon her memory and if she's full of shit or not. But before we go anywhere, Davey disclaimer: I'm crazy, certifiable. It doesn't mean I'm wrong. You can also be right and crazy. Ask Kanye. However, do your own thinking, do your own fucking research always. But I've nerdgressed. Anyway, so I'm around like age 3, and my mom has a book about the pyramids. And to me, that land, like Kemet, uh, Egypt, has always been really deeply important to me for some reason. Apparently, allegedly, at around 3, she was showing me this book, this little picture book about pyramids and how they were tombs, and I stopped her. And I said, that's not true at all. And for 3 weeks, she said I would tell her stories, vivid, detailed stories about not only my other siblings, my mom, my relationship with my dad, who was a pharaoh. I was 13th in line to the throne, so I would never see the throne, but we weren't allowed outside the palace, but I would sneak out, and a certain palace guard would always find me playing with the street kids. Like, I had this whole entire life, allegedly. And she said they were the most detailed and rich stories. She didn't know where anything was coming from, but this was like 1983, no, 1985, so it's not like, cell phones weren't around and stuff like that. But she said for 3 weeks, and she would ask me stories and ask me to tell her more and questions and stuff like that. And for 3 weeks, I would tell her all these insane stories about living as a pharaoh's kid in ancient Kemet. And then at 3 weeks, it all disappeared. She said I didn't remember anything about it. I acted like she was like crazy when she asked me questions about it, and I couldn't recall anything. Skip forward to like 16 or so. I'm in world history class in 10th grade, and our teacher had a documentary that went through one of the burial chambers of one of the queens of Ramses II. And I had the weirdest chills up and down my spine, all my hairs. I know now that's when spirit's trying to talk to me. Something from source is coming in, or something important, like to clue in. But all the hairs up and down, all my chakras buzzing. I was locked in on that moment, and I had the weirdest memories of like I've been there. And I went home and I told my mom, and she said, "Oh my God, you don't remember when you were 3?" I was like, "What?" And she told me this whole story. I'm like, "You're kidding me. No, I don't remember any of that." From this day on, anytime I hear the name Ramses II, or I think about ancient Kemet, I get weird chills. I get weird chills, goosebumps. It, yeah. Call me crazy. Again, I'm certifiable. Doesn't mean I'm also wrong. But I think I had a lifetime as a pharaoh's kid in ancient Kemet. And, yes, I was an alien. Hybrid. I think that's why they kept us in the palace and didn't let us out. So. And yeah, whatever. A negative. The original alien, bitches. Cheers out to all my other Syrians, Lilians, and Lyrans, and, anyway. Peace. Boop. The truth is out here, bitches! Peace, peace, peace. Goddamn, open care file for life. That's a fucking